Okay guys, so I am super duper excited. I finally ordered myself a proper office chair and it actually showed up. It's actually kind of like a gaming ergonomic chair, but I think you guys are gonna love it and it matches my office and I've needed one for like way too long and you do not understand how excited I am. It wasn't supposed to come till Monday, but I guess they decided to deliver it today. You have no idea how much this black box brings me so much joy. Hey everyone, so after my video last week about getting back at it, one of the things I focused on was the fact that if you are going to spend all that time getting back into a project, that it's really important to keep going with that project. So I decided it would be a really fun vlog to do kind of a writing week while things are kind of busy. I am quite busy at work. As you can tell, I'm at work right now. I typically work mainly remote, but I do go into the office sometimes. So today is going to be an office day, which means most of my writing is going to be in the evening to make up for that. Lately, I've been trying to do my sprints first thing in the morning before I start work when I'm at home. So it's been really great because even if I get to nothing else for the entire day, I know that I've at least done one sprint that's moving me towards my goals. So today, because I needed to, get up, get dressed, do all that kind of stuff, I didn't necessarily get my sprint in this morning and I did not. So I'm going to have to do that in the evening. So I will take you guys along with me for that and you'll get to see kind of like what an actual writing week is for me. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. However, that doesn't necessarily mean I haven't been doing anything else. I, did my hair, did some of my makeup today. So I have done some other things as well. I filmed a TikTok first thing this morning because it only takes a few seconds and it's a little bit easier than writing sprints. I'm wearing a very pretty dress today. So I'm hoping that maybe over my lunch break and the fact that I actually work in a relatively beautiful area. Unfortunately, there's a ton of snow right now, so I can't really get the nice like nature spring photos, but I'm hoping that maybe I can head up to the roof, get some really cool shots with the pretty dress for my Instagram. If not, no big deal. And maybe I'll film some other stuff just while I've already taken the effort to, straighten my hair and get dressed and all those sorts of things. I might as well take advantage of it. So hopefully that's going to work out and you'll be able to see those things on my feed coming up. Otherwise, I will not be doing any writing or anything today until I get home. So I will see you guys after I'm done work. All right, so now I'm home from work. I had some dinner with my family, chatted with them for a while, put on some comfy clothes, and now I'm here to write. I haven't been doing a ton too late into the night. I used to be a really late night writer, but I don't know if it's just my process changing, if I've just been busier with stuff during the day that my brain gets kind of cloudy towards the end of the day. Maybe it's an age thing. I don't know, but I don't necessarily do the late night sessions like I used to, so I do want to get to it while I have a little bit of daylight. Fortunately, this is going to be not a bad one because if you remember, I did plan out my next few scenes. So I know that when I jump into this, it's probably going to be a little rough, but at least I know where I'm going to be going with it. So hopefully we're going to do pretty well. I have to do at least one sprint tonight. I'm going into this slowly, so I'm requiring myself to do one sprint, and if I do nothing else, great. If I do a couple more sprints, good for me. So yeah, let's get started. So Monday, I did do my sprint, but it was kind of a bust. It really felt like I was trying so hard for those 25 minutes and everything that came out of my fingers kind of felt like the cat sat on the log was brown, the log was flat. I know it wasn't that basic, but it still felt that way and it was really tough to get through. But I did it and I felt really good about it. And I was hoping to keep up the momentum by doing a sprint first thing in the morning before I started work. I was working from home. However, I made the mistake of responding to an email from somebody from the East Coast that had come out early and I just kind of kept going and I kept working and then all of a sudden it was the afternoon and I just kept going. And then I stopped for dinner and then I worked for a couple of hours in the evening. So by the time I was done, I was just done, literally. So I didn't get any writing done on Tuesday, even though I wanted to, but that's okay. And then I ended up going to the office on Wednesday, which I hadn't originally planned for either, which means there was no sprint first thing in the morning because I have to get up and shower and do all the things and get ready to go to work. So I did that, but there is a saving grace with this one because at lunchtime, I kind of did this. Like, there was just pages and pages of outlining and stuff and thinking and brainstorming that I did over lunch. So I am definitely starting to get back into that zone for writing. And tonight I'm going to take a break right now, change my clothes, figure out dinner, get that sort of stuff started. But I'm taking the evening just to do some writing. So hopefully I'm going to get some sprints in there and they're going to be a little bit better, a little bit more cohesive than they were on Monday. So back at it and I'll keep you updated. All right, so I do have to make a quick pit stop. We are going to be mailing a letter. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it is an important letter. It is the Public Lending Rights Program. This is something that is available in Canada and a lot of other countries, the US not included, that I believe. And basically what it is if you register your books with the government of Canada, they will pay you if they find your books in libraries. That's right, they are paying you for the right to have your books in libraries, kind of like a royalty if you had like music or something like that. So it's a really great program and you can actually get a decent amount of cash depending on how much you are promoting to libraries and how much the libraries are picking up your books. So it's a really cool program. If you're in one of the countries that have it, then you should definitely check it out. It's usually free to register your books, so it's not costing you anything to be in the program. If you don't make anything, great, but if you do, it could be some really decent cash. Time for a quick change. So just had dinner and I'm just going to take my little puppy for a walk just because it's probably a really good idea to get some exercise now and again. I've been sitting at a desk all day and if I want to get some sprints done tonight, that means I'm going to be sitting again. So always get some exercise, stand up, stretch when you can. Plus I just had dinner and I'm kind of stuffed, so I don't really want to like sit down for a while. I just kind of want to walk it off a little bit. Plus the nice thing is it kind of lets my brain wander a little. When I'm walking, I kind of start to put things together, make some connections on stuff that I've been working on during the day. So when I'm ready to sit down, things are going to come hopefully a little bit easier. The thing that I think has been kind of breaking through this wall is when I read through all the work that I'd done before, it turned out that chapter 1 was just not working. And one of the reasons that chapter 1 wasn't working was because of one of the relationships and how I'd had it set up. So once I realized that that was kind of a problem and then that was going to permeate through from the rest of the manuscript, then I had an opportunity to like look at it more deeply and make it better. And so while I was sitting there today trying to figure out how to make that first chapter better, even though I knew I wasn't going to do it right away, it kind of broke something open a little bit. It gave me that insight into that character and how things were needed to play out and how I needed to, play on those emotional heartstrings a little bit to make the story work. So hoping to get some stuff done tonight. I did consider dictating, but with Baron, unfortunately, he's a very popular puppy in the neighborhood, so I ended up talking to a lot of people and dictation's been getting a little bit more difficult. But I will be back and we'll be doing some sprinting. So yesterday I got a bunch more outlining done, which made me really happy. The things are coming together. However, I kept revisiting that first chapter that I thought just wasn't working. And I was really, really worried because if that's going to fundamentally change, then that's going to cause big problems that's going to ripple through the rest of the manuscript. And I didn't want to just keep plugging away on this manuscript and find out that I'm having problems with that first chapter. So I went through and I kind of broke down what I thought some of the issues might be, and I actually sent it out to a few friends this morning asking them what they thought of the chapter, and then at the bottom I kind of explained some of the things I was thinking about doing with it. So fortunately they came back with really great feedback. There were a few things that I needed to change, but fundamentally they thought it was working for what it was supposed to be doing, and the changes that they were suggesting are things that I can definitely pick up and edit. So I'm really happy about that. I'm excited about it. So I'm looking forward to moving forward with this manuscript. Today I've got some stuff going on later in the evening, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get too much regarding this at all, but hopefully I will be able to start tomorrow morning with an early morning sprint, but I'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, April 26th, and it is very early in the morning, not crazy, not like 5 a.m., not really a 5 a.m. kind of person unless I'm getting on a plane where there's somewhere warm at the end. But I really have gotten into this habit of trying to do a sprint before I start work. Like I said, I don't like to get up too early. Plus, my kids are going to be up very shortly and they will be, loud and getting on the bus and me making sure that they're getting on the bus and all that kind of stuff. So I usually don't have a ton of time in the morning. But one of the things that I do like to do is to try and get in one sprint before I start work for the day. There's a fact that I learned recently that the book Coraline by Neil Gaiman was written in 350-word sections over a long period of time. It's those baby steps that definitely do add up when it comes to writing a book. So one of the things I always struggle with is I always feel like I need to write the whole thing every time I sit down, and it becomes very overwhelming. So taking things in pieces has made things a lot easier for me, even though I know for sprints I'm only going to get so many words out. Just try to change that mentality of, let's work on today's goal. Let's just get through this little bit of work. And then knowing that that little bit plus that little bit plus that little bit is going to have big changes. I didn't get a ton of writing done over the weekend. I actually worked a ton of overtime. I did like over 30 hours in less than 3 days. So writing just didn't happen, but I kind of expected that going into this weekend, but I did get stuff done during the week. So I was definitely keeping positive momentum going. So now that we're back on Tuesday, I want to keep that ball rolling. So we are going to get in a sprint first thing this morning. So I am really starting to feel these characters. I'm really getting into the story and it's starting to feel really, really good for me. So that's definitely a positive thing. So if I can get some writing done today, my brain is going to still percolate on the story during the day, whether I'm consciously thinking about it or not. And then hopefully I will get a little bit of time at the end of the day that maybe I'll either get to revisit it by doing some outlining. Maybe I'll get to do another sprint, which would be great. Or maybe I won't get to do anything, but at least I will have some words written. So wish me luck. Hey everyone, so it's April 30th, the end of the month. So how have things been going? I got back into my manuscript, which we talked about in my back at it video, and I've been trying to follow my program as close as humanly possible. It's been a little tough just because I've been doing a lot of overtime for work, but that is going to start to peter out a little bit in May. May is going to be very exciting for me because I'm really hoping to get really, really far in this manuscript. I have some big goals, some big plans, and some big dreams on what I want to get done and trying to get to that place. I'm feeling in a really, really good spot. I've written quite a few words for the amount of time that I had to work with, and I've actually been really dedicated to it. I've done a lot of outlining and stuff like that, so I'm feeling really, really good about it. So just to anybody out there who's been having trouble writing, or maybe you've been away from it for a while, that stuff happens, but the fact of the matter is you can come back stronger, and yeah, it just takes a little bit of work and you can get there. So I'm hoping to keep up some really good momentum in May. Hopefully we'll have some great videos in May to talk about as well. However, for right now, this place is a complete disaster just because of me working and just kind of having all of my notes and making all of my plans. So I definitely need to clean up this office and start fresh for May 1st, because May is going to be a big month. It is going to be May, people, and it's going to be awesome. See you later.